Coach, y'all picked up quite a few victories this weekend at the ITA South Central Regional. Just talk to me about that and what it meant going from last week into this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty good results. I mean, certainly we left some matches on the table that we should have won, but also we pulled some matches out, that were really good for us to show that we could, compete, in tough situations. I mean, what struck me from this tournament was the Lone Star Conference is going to be insanely tough this next year. I mean, we got to see like the number one, singles player, presumptive number one singles player and number one doubles team from quite a few of the teams, and they are still good, but the depth is going to be, really impressive this year. So yeah, I mean, to get, what we did, I was pretty happy with. We got a couple of new doubles teams, and we were able to go semifinals of doubles, quarterfinals of doubles, finals of the backdraw doubles. And then Eva had a really good performance in the singles. She ended up losing in the quarters to the girl who won it from Kingsville, who had just really like an amazing tournament. So pretty impressed with how we did. Like I said, I mean, we left some matches on the table, but we also pulled out some 3-set matches on the first day, which is always tough. I mean, I wish regionals was about 2 weeks later, so we had like a little bit more time to train and just get some things sorted out, and really kind of like get our legs under us, from having a lot of more time off from competition in the summer. But yeah, I mean, I was happy with what we did. I mean, like I said, there's still, we've got 3 full weeks now to train before our last fall tournament, so definitely going to be some specific things for us to work on, but overall I thought I was pretty pleased with with some of the wins.
You just talked about how you wish it was 2 weeks later and that really it was just getting a little bit more time. What are you going to work on these next 3 weeks to just really get them ready for that next tournament play?
We have to get mentally tougher in on some some certain situations. When you go through the grind of the spring season from February all the way through May, really competing 2-3 times every single weekend, you get just in that competition mindset, and you're really kind of like always ready for a fight every time you go out there, and then not competing that way for 4 months. It definitely takes you a while to kind of get that chip back on your shoulder, and really be expected to be at your best every single time that you're on the court. I by no means did we take anyone lightly, but certainly we did not have the sense of urgency and the attention to detail that we did have in the spring this past year. I mean, and like I said, tough competition. I mean, we had to play against some teams number ones early in the tournament. That's the way it is in a fall tournament. You've got to play whoever the draw sends you. But I mean, that's a big part of it. It's just being able to execute and play as close to your best as possible, when you really need it. I think our fitness is fine. Our talent is there. Our strategies and tactics are always going to be kind of evolving a little bit. We weren't kind of as hungry in some moments that I think we need to be. And like I said, I mean, it's early in the fall. I mean, I think we did have a legitimate chance to send maybe a singles and a doubles to ITA Cup. But we just didn't quite get there. But like I said, I mean, the conference looks going to be really stout. I mean, this last year, I mean, we had lost a 4-3 on the road to Cameron and St. Mary's, which I think kind of most people would say were the other 2 kind of top teams in the league. And all of our other conference matches were either 6-1 or 7-0 victories. And as much as I like our team, I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of 7-0s in conference play this year, just because it's kind of cyclical. But I mean, the recruiting that that our kind of other Lone Star Conference coaches have done, and just like the development from the returning players, I was really impressed seeing them this past 3 days. So we got to have we got to be ready for whatever comes when we get out there in the spring season. But yeah, I think just really a lot of it's just intangibles. I mean, like being ready, being focused, not letting opportunities go when you're up 40-50 in a game, and really slamming the door as soon as you can, closing out sets, closing out matches. And those are kind of things that you cannot really truly work on in practice, but we can create some situations in practice that help to mimic that as much as possible. So really just kind of cleaning a lot of things up every time we're on the court will get us to where we need to be.
And then my last question, that kind of mix between vets and newbies. How are those vets really stepping up and getting those newbies ready for competition? I know it's the tournament, so it's just that early tennis time.
Yeah, I mean we were pretty young last year. I mean, we had, I think, most of our 5 of our 8 in the lineup were freshmen and sophomores, and we will have a couple new additions coming in January. But yeah, I mean we're right now we're about 50-50. Underclassmen and upperclassmen. And so, anyone who's, been on this team for a number of years has experienced, being one of the top teams in the conference. And this with last year, first time ever getting to the, conference championship match. I mean, that should give us a lot of confidence when it comes to, those tough moments again going forward. But yeah, I mean, the chemistry on our team is great. I mean, we have a lot of fun. So I think every time we add in another talented player and kind of get them, kind of molded into the culture that we're trying to strive for, we're just going to, continue getting stronger. But yeah, definitely, we don't really have captains on our team, but we do have some players that are a little bit more vocal than others, and then some who kind of more lead by example. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a great group of girls. I mean, they're a ton of fun, and the addition of our new assistant this year, Adriana Carpenter, who has experience playing top half of the lineup for DBU. She's also bringing a lot of experience, and she's really helping this team. She and I are very similar in a lot of ways, and it helps to have her voice there to kind of reinforce some of the things that I think are important, and really just like getting the whole team on the same page, especially when it comes to like competition. That's kind of the biggest thing, and so yeah, we have 3 weeks to train now before our last fall tournament, and looking forward to see what kind of improvements we make.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you.